Hello there, dear friend. Welcome to the channel and thank you for watching another edition of Media Watch. Media Watch gives you highlight and it's up to you to make the final conclusion. Okay, we're gonna start by this article here talking about what happened between Karim Benzema and Vinicius Jr. Basically, Benzema was telling other players not to play with Vinicius Jr. because apparently he was playing against them. Wow, those are very strong words. Don't pass the ball to him because he is playing against us. Wow, your teammate. What happened to the team spirit? We lose together, we win together. And I can understand the frustration when you are losing 2-0, you want a goal, but somebody is losing the ball all the time, or he's trying to be selfish and play for himself. But those words are very strong from Benzema. And let me know in the comment if you agree with Karim Benzema or not, or would you do the same? The second article we're gonna read today is what happened during the game between Krasnodar and Chelsea Football Club, where only 4 players took the knee and other players refused to take the knee. You know, I'm not gonna judge anybody because decisions are personal, and it looks like it's still some issues there in Russia, racial issues and all that. So I think this is a good cause and everybody should support it, but you can't force people to do what they don't want to do. So let me know what you think. And it's got a lot of comment on social media, and people want those players to be exposed. But hey, you make your own conclusion. I'm just giving you the highlight so you can know what is happening. To talk about Liverpool, man, Liverpool are suffering because we all know what happened to Van Dijk, and he could be out for a long period of time, and even if he comes back, it's not sure that he's going to be the same player. We've seen many players with that kind of injury. They don't come back the same, and it could take even 3-4 years before even you come to the level that you had previously. We saw it with Kurt Zouma and other players. So fingers crossed we can have Van Dijk back on the field, fit and ready to go again. And on top of that, it looks like Fabinho is going to be out for a muscle or hamstring injury, or I don't know what kind of injury he's suffering. And also Joel Matip been also suffering with injuries. He never really been fit, to be honest with you. So it's going to be interesting to see how Liverpool are going to cope with this kind of injuries. And do you think that they still title contender and also the Champions League contender? Because looks like the defense is going to betray them. Good luck to them. From Man United, Donny van de Beek had a very good game against RB Leipzig, and I just don't understand why Man United went for him, because they have great midfielders and they needed to strengthen in other area, and they ended up by going for this guy here. Was that just because he was cheap and they wanted to take the attention away from Jadon Sancho? You know what I mean? I don't know what happened, but in my humble opinion, when you have Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes in that midfield, the same position, I think they didn't really have to sign him, but it's happened, and now look what happened. Bruno on the bench in order to leave the place to Van der Beek. And you don't bench somebody like Bruno, right? So it's very interesting what is going to happen for the remaining of the season. But unless they are planning to sell Paul Pogba, I don't really see the reason why they had to buy Van der Beek. Let me know in the comment down below. Let's now read this article here. Rashford, he did the madness. He scored a hat-trick, and hey, respect. In a very short time from now, we might have to call Rashford Sir Marcus Rashford. Okay, Sir. Can you imagine calling Marcus Rashford Sir Marcus Rashford? Man, the guy is going some places. He's been scoring outside the field. Now he's scoring on the field. Against Chelsea, he almost scored few golazos, but Edouard Mendy saved them. In Paris, he scored against Paris Saint-Germain, and he scored a hat-trick against RB Leipzig. So the guy is enjoying his time, man. Everything is working together for the good of Marcus Rashford. Congratulations, brother. Sky is the limit. Keep walking and be an example on the field and out the field. Respect to you, sir. In this article here, Frank Lampard said that he's going to make the decision, between Jorginho or other players about taking penalties, because in many teams you give penalties to your main guy, and Timo Werner is the main guy at Chelsea right now, let's be honest. And one of the reasons why Chelsea don't have golden boot players for a little while, because their strikers don't take penalties. So Jorginho missed a penalty against Krasnodar. It's not a big deal because a penalty is a lottery, but I think they should give penalties to their man. Okay, whoever is going to play the number 9 or whatever, give him a penalty if he's on the field. So Timo Werner should be taking penalties, or Tammy Abraham when he's on the field. You can argue with Hakim Ziyech or even Kai Havertz. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about the penalty situation at Chelsea Football Club? Looks like Brazil are in crisis because they have so many injuries now. Fabinho injured, Coutinho injured, and also Neymar Jr. could be out for a while. So they might not be able to make it to the World Cup qualifier, who is going to happen now in 2 weeks. Bloody hell, another international break. Man, I hate it. Let me know what do you think about the crisis in the Brazilian national team. I don't think there is a crisis really, because they still have great players all over the world. Let's finish by reading this article here. Julian Nagelsmann. This guy been on top of the world for the last couple seasons, or at least what people want us to believe, because he's been doing good with RB Leipzig, scoring a lot of goals, qualifying for the quarterfinal of the Champions League and all that. So people are very quick to jump to conclusion and call him the next Mourinho, the next big thing. Yes, he is going to be in that level, but coming to the Premier League or going to another big team is not going to be a walk in the park. You know what I'm trying to say? If you come to the Premier League, you're gonna need your own players. You're gonna need to implement your system, and not long after that, you got found out and you got exposed and you start losing games, and the fans are not patient, usually in England, and they will be calling for your head before even you start. You know, Pep Guardiola learned the hard way. Klopp learned the hard way. Everybody is learning the hard way in the Premier League. So, very good manager, you know, one of the best, only 33 years old. Everybody been talking about him replacing Frank Lampard, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and Pep Guardiola, or I don't know, Jurgen Klopp. If you go to Madrid, they are dreaming to sign him. You go to Barcelona, they are talking about him. PSG are about to fire their manager and replace him by Nagelsmann. So the guy is on fire, but all I wanted to mention here is that it's not that easy. You know, he's good looking. He you know, look at his fashion, man. He's like a movie star or something like that. But it's not going to be easy. Don't just think that when he comes to manage your team and everything is going to work and he's the magician to fix everything that's going on in your team. So I think Ole and Frank Lampard especially deserve a lot of respect from fans because they are doing a great job. You might not see it right now, but you can see the work they are doing few seasons from now. I'm not saying they are going to win anything, but even the next guy that will take over from them is going to benefit from a great work that they've been doing. Leave your comment, subscribe to the channel. God bless, and see you in the next one.